Welcome back to Pixie Dust Chronicles with your favorite Disney dork Dave for a little bit of a different video in case you couldn't tell. Something was announced over the weekend and I need to talk about it. January 22nd, 2001 changed my life forever. Why? Well, that is when the first Fast and the Furious movie released in theaters. And if you couldn't tell from the channel, from past Lego videos, from the table right here, I love the Fast and the Furious movies. I was never into cars before that. I couldn't get into NASCAR, anything like that. But this movie came out and it changed everything. I remember going to the theater to see the first one and going to school the next week, and that's all me and my friends were going to talk about at school. Our lives were changed. We wanted to go to college for automotive technology, which I did. Some of us were going to go to business so that we could start our own garage and mod cars and race cars and do this Fast and Furious thing. I mean, unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Of course, we grew older. Everyone separated. I did go to school for automotive technology. It wasn't for me. I wasn't into it. That doesn't take away from my love of this franchise. I'll still go to the movies every time to see it. I have to. When Fast and the Furious, not Fast and Furious 7, it was called Furious 7. So when Furious 7 came out, they did the touching end to Paul Walker, just the send off of his character. I sat in the movie theater and I just remember crying. I remember the person that I went with looked at me and she laughed at me. She picked on me because I sat there crying. Just because seeing him in this franchise, in other movies, I remember Brick Mansions. I remember, is it Blue Collar? I don't know. He was in a football movie. I can't think of the name of it. But his movie franchises were amazing. For anyone not knowing, Paul Walker passed away in a terrible car accident November 30th, 2013. He was the passenger of a car. I believe it was a Porsche. Him and his friend and racing partner Roger Rados were in the car, and they hit a concrete light during the filming of Furious 7. They both tragically passed away. The car caught in the flames. To finish the movie, his two brothers, Caleb and Cody Walker, along with some CGI, helped finish filming the movie. And he was probably my favorite role in the movie. He always had the cool cars. He had the Supra, which I love. He had the Skyline, which I love. The Eclipse from the first one. The Lancer from the second one. I got a Lancer because of the Lancer in the second movie. Obviously, I am eventually going to build this. I got this for my birthday. It's just June, July in Pennsylvania, and it's been a couple hot weeks, and my filming room doesn't have air conditioner. I'm not really in here much to need an air conditioner unless I figure out somewhere else to build it. This is coming though. It will get done. So why am I making this video? Over the weekend I was sent a TikTok of Vin Diesel and Tyrese on stage somewhere. I'm not really sure where. I tried looking it up. I couldn't tell. But Vin Diesel came out and said he was talking to Universal Studios over the weekend. Universal Studios develops the Fast and the Furious movies. They came to him and said, what can they do to get the finale of Fast and the Furious for April 2007? The crowd went crazy, of course. I was watching this and I'm like, oh my God, it's coming. What are we doing? He said he can finish it under 3 conditions. Condition 1, filmed in LA. Obviously, the first one was in LA, second one was in Miami, third one was Tokyo. I believe 4 and 5 went back to LA for a little bit. I know 4 did, maybe 5. That was the first one. The second one, go back to the street racing, back to the streets, the car culture. Yes, please, yes. I love all the movies, even Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. I love all those movies. But near the end, 7, 8, not really 7, 8, 9, X1, Ludacris and Tyrese are in outer space. They're becoming heroes, doing all that stuff. A lot of people fell into the movies for the first ones, for the car racing, street wars, race wars, all the stuff like that. That's how I fell into movies. But I never got out of them. A lot of people fell out of them when they started doing all that stuff. Not me, I stayed. I'm sticking. I love the cars. Third thing, and the biggest part, he said he will do it. The third condition, Dom and Brian O'Connor get back together. They reunite on screen. I got emotional watching this video. I'm getting emotional talking about this. But to see Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor, Vin Diesel and Paul Walker back on screen together to end this franchise would mean a lot to me. Obviously, Paul passed away 2013, so it would be Caleb and what I say his other brother, Cody. So obviously it's going to be those two and CGI and other stuff, but I don't care. That would be amazing. And that's all I'm really asking. Like, go back to the streets. Go back to... We don't need the muscle cars. Toretto loves them. I'm not a muscle car guy. Go back to the streets. Go back to the nitrous, winning races, not trying to move boulders and trying to get up mountains and trying to get a bank vault. I'm excited for this movie. I was excited for X2 regardless because it was the end of the franchise. It's the end of an amazing series. But to hear, I don't know how they're going to do it because I remember Fast X Part 1 ended with Jason Momoa's character on like the Hoover Dam or something attacking Toretto. I don't even care how you get to it. I don't care if you totally forget it, if you just go back to whatever. I don't care. I want to see these cars come back. Not the cars come back, but I want to see this Fast and the Furious come back. Not outer space, taking bank vaults, becoming heroes, working with the feds, all that. That's cool. I love all that. This is why a lot of people fell into the series. This is why I fell into the series. I mean, I have the car. I have all the movies in a tire. Like, this series meant a lot to me. There's a couple that do, like, obviously the MCU. This was out way before the MCU. Not way before. This was out before the MCU. This has a bigger impact to me than those movies, and I love those movies. There is, obviously, I said Universal Studios owns it. There's a ride in Universal Studios Florida, which I believe is closing. I'm not 100% sure. I know the original ride in Hollywood, Universal Studios Hollywood, is closing, but they're building a Fast and the Furious roller coaster where at least the first ride vehicle is the Charger. I don't know if they're doing every other car and other cars. I would love to go to that. And I've said in another video, a previous video on the channel, I would love to go to California Disneyland. But I would love to get on this ride, the Fast and the Furious roller coaster, Universal Studios Hollywood. That would be an awesome life goal, just because what this franchise did for me. Now, obviously, there's one car missing here. Suki's S2000 in the Speed Champions is missing. It's been back ordered. Target doesn't have it. Walmart doesn't have it. Multiple Walmarts I went to. Barnes and Nobles, which I can usually find harder ones, doesn't have it. I don't know why this one is such a popular one, but I can't find it, and I want to. I love the small cars because they come with characters. I love that there's minifigures with these. It'd be cool if these had them. Obviously, I understand why they don't, and these are cooler because these can display a lot better. Except the hoods keep coming off of both of them. The roofs, and I don't know why. But that was it. Like, I wanted to come on. I saw that video, and I was like, you know what? This franchise means a lot to me where I need to talk about it and record it. I mean, you guys seen it. This was built here. This was built here. This is going to be on here. Suki's S2000, whenever I find it, is going to be on here. I tried getting it over the weekend because there was double points on Lego. Back ordered, and it didn't work for the double points. So I don't know. I hope you're as excited as I am for this movie. 2027 cannot come soon enough. April, please get here. April 2027. I'm excited for this movie. This makes me want to go watch all the movies again. And I can, because like I said, I have them all. And I've done it before. There's been times where it's been on TV and they've showed like 1 to 5, and I'm like, no, that's not good enough. I have to watch 6 to 10 part 1 or and Hobbs and Shaw. That's what these mean to me. Thank you for Chronic's Journey with me. I'm out.